So Angel Reese goes 0 for 8 and the sky get blown out again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you're notified of our next video. And join us for King Clark's crossover every Monday and Thursday, 6 to 7 and 5:30, 6:30 Eastern time, respectively, except for major holidays like Memorial Day. And join us also Saturday at 1 o'clock for the big game against the New York Liberty. And we'll do a live stream on that day. So, Rob, King Clark didn't play that great, but Angel Reese played even worse. over 8.
Mark, this is it. This is it. The debate is over. She's not anywhere close to Caitlin Clark. The debate's over, and you'll see after this one video that you'll show that
well, Rob, it was over with about 3/4 of the way through the season last year when it was clear that Caitlin Clark was clearly better than her. But you figured, okay, Angel Reese is going to get better. Caitlin Clark showed in the first 2 games that she's definitely better this year. She didn't show it last game, but she showed that she's better this year. I don't think Angel Reese has shown that she's any better this year. She's still getting a lot of rebounds. She's still a great rebounder. Her defense may have improved since the beginning of last year, but her offensive game is the same. She got spent a whole week with Lisa Leslie to change her form on a layup and get better layup forms, and she's still not doing it, and she's still missing all the time, Rob. She just throws it up. She doesn't even aim.
I like someone coined the phrase now, me bounds. They're called me bounds now, not rebounds, me bounds. Because
Rob, it was very interesting.
Most of hers are from off of her misses, so they're me bounds.
Her fans, give us a hard time if we say, a lot of the offensive rebounds are her own, but we're going to show you this video. It's true. She had 12 rebounds, 8 offensive. And, I looked up the rule to make sure that was the correct way to score it, because the scorekeepers in the WNBA don't always scorekeep properly. We've seen that with Caitlin Clark's passes. If the passes are there and they drop it and they're right with their hands, that's not supposed to be a turnover on the person that throws it. It's supposed to be on the person who drops it. But they're not scoring it that way. No. So I looked it up, and yes, the rule is if there is a block and it goes back in the offensive player's hands right after that, it's considered an offensive rebound. It might not make sense to you because it's off a shot, but it's not off one that actually gets to the backboard or to the rim, Rob.
No, I mean a rebound's off an attempted shot. If you get your shot blocked, that's the person, that's a defensive play. How can that be an offensive rebound when you got your shot blocked right back in your face?
That's how it's registered in the scores.
So it's registered as a block. It's registered as a block. So it's registered as a block and an offensive rebound at the same time.
That's what it is. I looked it up to make sure.
What a goofy cup. Now I see why the WNBA is really just.
Well, and let's show the play, and you'll see she probably got 8 offensive rebounds on this one play.
There we go. It's like, pass the ball out. Thank you.
She finally did. She just throws it up. There's no aim, Rob. I don't think she aims. Seriously, I'm not joking.
Look at this one right there. That just pushes it up. Oh, and then it's like what it looked like. Jones is
so easy for Jones to block because her form is so bad because she shoots from her hip.
It's like you're playing against your little nephews or nieces. You just when they're trying to shoot it, she just stood there like, okay, I'm not gonna. That's what
Jones didn't jump, Rob, once.
No, she didn't have to.
I know.
Like I said, it was like playing against your little nephews or niece. They're trying to shoot the ball. Watch this. It's like, okay.
Jones is still on the ground, right? I will say it was pretty impressive. She got that rebound when there's 2 other players back there that couldn't get to it as quickly as she did. I'll say that.
The other players like, pass the ball to me. Pass the ball to me. I'm open. At the top of the key. Pass the ball to me.
Jones is just standing there like a little, just like this.
I told you. It's like. Now she
2 times in a row, Rob. Just push it right back. Like I remember seeing this video of Caitlin Clark playing with this kid who was shooting, and she was just swatting the ball away. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, exactly. Now she wants to say that she's the reason why people watch. Yeah, she's the reason why we watch because it's a comedy. It's just a joke. this is the reason why we want to watch you, because you're such a joke.
Watch Rob here. She doesn't even aim. She just like lays it up like she's just throwing it up there.
It's a hook shot. Hopefully it will go in.
Yeah, that's pretty pathetic.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, we want to see you just to laugh at you. We definitely want to see you. That's why we watch, not because of you're a great player. It's because you.
Poor Lisa Leslie is home going, that's not what I taught her. I spent a week correcting her awful form, and she resorted back to what she's been doing since she was, I don't know how old she was when she started playing basketball, shooting from the hip, and then and it's making Jacqueline Jones look like a giant. Just get it out of here.
Yeah. So please don't. This is over. I mean, like you said, it was over before, but this definitely dots the I on, or makes the big circle on over. She is not all that. Sorry, you're not all that, as people say.
And Rob, if this was Bill Russell instead of Jonquel Jones, she would have gotten 4 fewer offensive rebounds, because Bill Russell was known to be able to block shots and then tip it to his teammate or tip it to the open court area where he would go hustle it down himself, instead of just swatting out of bound, for effect like they do now to try to get on ESPN Sports highlights. He was able to do that, so she would have gotten only 1.
Yeah. And 2 points. There were 2 points over from where? The free throw line. It wasn't from scoring.
So let's show her stats. As you can see, the Sky are now 0-2. The Liberty's 2-0. And the Sky have gotten blown out twice now. Looks like they lost by 25 here. They lost to 35 against the Fever. And here's Angel Reese, 0 for 8, 2 for 6 from the free throw line. That's not good either. And she had 2 points. She did have 12 rebounds, 8 offensive, probably all 8 her own. And she did have 3 steals. I'll give you. And 5 turnovers, Rob. She did not have a good game. 5 turnovers and 1 assist. That's an
Mark, those are me bounds. I'm going to change that. Like I saw it from another site. They're me bounds, not rebounds. They're me bounds.
5 turnovers, 0 for 8, 2 for 6 from the free throw line. Wow. And she doesn't get called fouls against her even very often, even though because here's only 2 fouls called against her. Even though I didn't see the game, but she gets away with a lot of fouls when she gets rebounds and stuff like that.
Well, after a while, Mark, her teammates are going to get frustrated, because she should pass the ball out instead of trying to force up some fa-la-la shot there. Pass it out. You saw the one person on top of the key. She was like waiting for her to pass it out, and she didn't do it until like after her shot got blocked for the 5th time.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there was 3 defenders in there, Rob. So that's the key to the fact that you should know to pass it out. When there's 3 defenders, if there's 1 defender, you can understand. But when there's 3 defenders, 2 people are open. Simple math. So shout out to Haley Van Lith, who had, even though she was 0 for 4, I didn't see the game, but 15 minutes she played, and she got 6 assists in 15 minutes. That's impressive.
Nice.
Anyways, but the New York Liberty looked good, obviously, and Brandon Stewart, she only had 12 points, but Jonquel Jones, I wonder how many blocks she ended up with. Okay, 4, probably almost all in that one.
Was all 4 right there.
All right. Well,
in one series, I've never had that. I mean, I played good defense, but I never had like 4 blocks in like 20 seconds. That's that. I wonder if there's a record for that.
Right, and you're right, Rob, about Natasha Cloud being a good addition. She had a big game, 18 points, but she was 6 for 10, 4 for 5 for threes, and also had 8 assists and 4 rebounds.
Mark,
so that's a good game.
She's gonna. I mean, I'm trying to keep the Fever's chances of winning this, but with her, adding her was like a big thing for the Liberty, because she really.
Well, they got a strong starting 5, Rob. They do. It will be interesting to see if Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, for that matter, bounce back from this game and play better, and Leah Boston also. But I don't think other than the rebounds, I don't think that Angel Reese can play much worse. I don't know, 0 for 8 and 2.
She wasn't in the post game, and again, she wasn't in the post game interview. I heard she was not in the post game interview. No, she was not.
I think you get fined for that. I think if they request you to come out on the table and you don't go out, I believe you get fined for that. It's my understanding. So I guess she makes enough money in endorsements, she can afford the fine, but most of the players can't, Rob, because Most of them make like 69,000, and then they get fined $1,000. That's a lot.
Yeah.
When she gets all that money from endorsements, she doesn't care about the $1,000. So she's a much different salary than a lot of the players there in the league. So because she's supposedly a big star.
So this is definitely the end of. Don't even you guys Angel Reese fans, don't even come in our faces with this. How the comparison? Go away. Don't even try.
The thing is, Rob, she's such a good offensive rebounder and she's an improved defender that if she ever just learned proper technique and more accuracy on her offensive games around the basket, she could be a first team All-Pro. She really could.
She's the one working that. She's working that finger on the social media, Mark. She don't care.
I'm just saying she could. She could be. She's that good a rebounder. But as long as she does this, nobody's going to take her seriously in terms of a top 5 player in the league.
Only her mom and Cheryl Swoops think she's a top player.
Right, I understand that. I'm not saying she's anywhere near there. I'm saying she could be. Yeah. But you've got to improve the form before you improve the percentages. Michael Jordan, that famous quote from Michael Jordan, get the fundamentals down, everything else will work. This is what Angel Reese needs to remember. This is my favorite quote from Michael Jordan, believe it or not. You can practice shooting 8 hours a day, but if your technique is wrong, then all you become is very good at shooting the wrong way. Get the fundamentals down, and the level of everything you do will rise. That's such a fundamental, Rob. Just shooting proper form on a layup. It's the first thing you learn, right?
Yes. It's I don't know.
That's why I put that quote out, because I remember the word fundamental was in the quote, and you said that's the first thing you learn, right?
Yep, fundamentals.
Free throws and proper form.
And that's why in basketball is an easy game to work on that with.
Right. Let us know what you think down below. If you like this video, hit the like button. Feel free to share it with your family, friends, and acquaintances. And thank you for your support and all the new subscribers. And join us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. And join us for the live stream on Saturday at 1 o'clock against the New York Liberty. Big game. Big. And also for Kate and Clark's crossover Monday and Thursday from 6 to 7 and 5:30, 6:30, respectively, Eastern time, Monday and Thursdays, except for Memorial Day. And if you want, you can donate to this channel with super chats and super thanks down below and a link to PayPal. We'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.